At long last, this video is finally here.
It is.
It is.
And it's a
Finally, the Undercover Brony has come back. Actually, what I should be saying, finally, Brian has come back to the Undercover Brony.
So
Wow.
so yeah, it's a smorgasbord. Apparently we were gonna have I was gonna try and get Lugnut and Toon Critic back because they were with us previously, but unfortunately that all fell through. So now we whoa.
Well, I wasn't going to say
I'll be
no.
both.
So now we have Brian, which you all know, and then this is my wonderful girlfriend Applejack.
Hi.
Hi.
I like
That's
it.
that's his very special Brony.
Sombroni.
We're gonna make that into a parody now.
Yeah.
Just this guy and this girl.
Just like Yummy Yummy Beefcake.
Whoa.
Okay, so
Because I said that. You're gonna start
And
saying
I'm
that.
done with all of you.
okay, so like it's been a while since I've seen the finale. So while you guys so John, you're gonna marry stuff, I'm totally not gonna not pull up the transcript, so
Me too. Go figure.
wow,
Part
Brian,
one or part two?
wow, Brian, we did not have the not same exact idea.
I know, right?
Bizarro.
Okay.
So last
So-
time on Friendship is Magic, everyone got super hyped because they're like, holy crap, Starlight Glimmer's coming back. And then everyone's like, dude, I don't even care about the next 6 episodes. Let's just get to the finale. And then everyone saw the finale, and everyone's like, okay.
Pretty much.
You know what's funny is that was totally predictable after the first episode.
Yep.
Mm.
So it
I was kind
starts
of
off-
hoping it wasn't going to be predictable, but it still ended pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it starts off with Twilight in Canterlot. She's apparently making a speech to a bunch of unicorns about cutie mark magic and that sort of thing, which,
Teaching
way,
University.
by the way, writers, you still don't know what a cutie mark is. Why are you trying to have Twilight of all ponies figure it out?
I thought they were just going to give up explaining cutie marks after Magical Mystery Cure.
Yeah.
I feel like at that point they should have been like, you know what? Let's just leave it up to interpretation. Let's be like Japanese writers and make everything vague and cryptic.
That's anime for you.
It's like Dragon Ball Z, man. It had a beginning, middle, end. Well, it doesn't have an end anymore, but
So she starts out, and the best part of this whole scene, you know, she's using cue cards, of course, which is good for a speech, but Twilight, you don't have to memorize the whole frickin' thing. That's what cue cards are for.
yeah. But when's the last time Twilight's been good speaking in public? Unless it's a premiere or a finale.
She'd probably need a cue card for every single word.
So it's like, and in conclusion.
Exactly.
That'll be every syllable.
So Starlight Glimmer's in the audience, and I remember when they showed that scene for the Comic-Con thing. A lot of people, myself included, could not stop with the Batman v Superman jokes.
Yep. Tell me, Twilight Sparkle, do you feel?
You will. Dawn. Yeah, so and Twilight's like, dude, Spike, I think I saw Starlight Glimmer. And then Spike's like, that's basically what he does. He's like, what are the chances that the one villain escaped might come back at some point?
Twilight, do you not, or Spike, do you not know what this show runs on?
This
You
show
have a
runs,
bunch of things from 1,000 years ago, and now you have one unicorn who escaped. Okay, actually, I retract that statement. He probably thought she'd wait 1,000 years.
I thought the show ran on Friendship and Magic. What the heck?
Which,
No,
by the
now-
way, did you see Moon Dancer in the audience having to shake Spike awake?
no, I didn't.
And then Spike has little, like, along with the slides that he apparently has vacation pictures.
When does he ever take a vacation?
I don't know.
I have to.
Todd, it's not
He
around.
takes like what 9-hour bubble baths. I mean,
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
Mini vacation?
So Starlight Glimmer is back, and apparently she revamped the spell that Twilight used in It's About Time. And apparently that basically means that she can create a time loop to where she can go back to when Rainbow Dash first got her cutie mark.
Flashback.
I always hated that plot point. Everyone's who they are because of Rainbow Dash.
You know,
That's why Rainbow Dash is best pony.
Oh,
Brian,
Really?
Brian, I'll come over there, man.
you'll come all the way from Cali to come punch Brian in the face.
He'll use Star Swirl the Bearded's little magic.
You representing that SoCal, man. 619.
What about the 262?
Damn it.
So, let me just say, when they first transport back, did it seriously not look like the intro to Doctor Who?
Hmm.
Well, kind of, I guess. Look, John, just because it's time traveling doesn't mean it's Doctor Who. People like Back to the Future 2 and Quantum Leap still.
Oh, dude, Quantum Leap was awesome.
Quantum Leap
Back
was
to the Future is awesome.
Gotta go
Oh,
back.
man.
85 miles an hour, remember that?
88.
Or 88? 88 miles an hour. Whoops.
Change
I
up.
forgot.
You know,
But yeah.
there was actually a picture. No,
So-
go ahead.
I was gonna say, so they go back to the castle, if I remember right, and Spike's like still going, "Psh, Starlight Glimmer wouldn't totally come back. But then Twilight Glimmer's like, sup nerds, and then they're like, oh crap, the angry Dark Horse is back. And she's like, I have a plan. I'm gonna go back to the multiverse and I'm gonna cause basically infinite crisis on infinite Earth. And I'm gonna take this, and she takes them to Equestria's version of Earth's like 1, 2, and 3. And the first one they go to has got to be one of my favorites because that's the one right where Sombra wins.
It's where Sombra came back and he's using the crystal ponies with these really cool bionic elements, which I honestly thought it either looked like Fallout with the Brotherhood of Steel,
Hey,
or
can I just say
also-
Applejack says the word Flutterdash?
yeah, Flutterdash
Yes.
and Pinky Bow.
Yes.
And
It's
apparently,
canon,
it's-
son.
and seriously, the whole thing, it's like this mid-World War I sort of thing where everything's being industrialized to help the war effort. I'm surprised I didn't see a buy war bonds picture somewhere in there. Because you know they totally could have done
2 bits for a war bond.
it.
Oh man. So does that mean they got rid of their copper pennies and replaced them with aluminum too?
So one of the more interesting things is that, you know, they kind of go and show a bit of the war between Celestia and the Crystal Empire. And like I said, you know, the crystal ponies with those masks either looked like the Brotherhood of Steel from Fallout, or they looked like something straight out of Deus Ex. You know?
Yeah. I could feel that way, I suppose. If you're, I don't know, if you're just trying to sound smart and look for a comparison, I guess you could go with that. So in this future, can I just say, this show has a few moments where it's like, man, how did they get away with, not so much how did they get away with that, but man, that doesn't exactly fit the on the package image. This, okay, this straight up looked like Fallout Equestria.
Yeah, it did.
like the desert world, and I didn't even realize this till I rewatched it a second time like a few weeks after I'd seen it. And did you guys notice in this feature that Rainbow Dash, along with the scar, she's missing a wing?
Yeah, she has a metal wing and she has part of her ear bitten off.
You know,
She looks
for
even more awesome
kids.
that way.
Dude, Rainbow
Yeah.
Dash, that was the only time I could ever say, dude, Rainbow Dash was a badass.
Yeah, right. And let's not forget Pinky and Maud using their combined rock
yeah.
crushing powers.
That was so cool. Oh my god.
So they keep going back and forth, and different things happen in the past with Rainbow Dash. You know, Starlight uses different tactics, like trying to make the bullies not bully Fluttershy anymore, having using magic battles and stuff like that. But what I found more interesting is, seriously, Spike falls it like 3 times in this entire episode. And my friend Rainbow Crash, he posted a picture on the Fluttershy Facebook page that I admin, and it's where Mom was worried about my trip to Equestria, so I sent her this picture, and it's Spike holding on to Twilight's tail while giving a thumbs up.
You know, I remember when they left that feature. I remember initially being a little disappointed because I was like, "Dang, I thought the whole episode was going to take place here," because it was really cool. But then they just go to a next world, and I'm like, "Oh!" But then this one's ruled by Nightmare Moon, and I'm just like, "Damn."
Actually, that's the third one. This one's actually the one with Chrysalis.
That's right. That's the one where they're running through the jungle with the Viet Cong on their back.
And the whole thing, I will say, this is probably the best scenes I've seen with Zecora, hands down.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I mean, Zecora has always, I felt, been underutilized because she can be really awesome, but for this feature, I just love that she was like leading the resistance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really cool. And why in the heck, when they splash mud on Twilight and Spike's face, that they suddenly glow like with an ethereal light or something? You're clean, you're pure. The power of Christ actually compelled you.
Oh boy.
Oh crap! I don't know why, but that just made me think of that one bad guy from Helsing. The father guy, Father O'Malley or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Specifically the abridged version. Oh my god.
Oh God.
And my question is, why in the heck did Chrysalis choose a disguise for Applejack?
Background pony. Remember.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ow.
The main
I'm gonna smack you later.
the main 5 plus 1 plus 1.
Yeah, she got the +1 to one of the gala tickets.
Now, to be fair, Applejack has kind of stepped it up this season, I guess.
I mean, come on, her and Ronald
I mean,
were awesome.
Okay, look, if we're using wrestling logic, Fluttershy got straight up buried this season.
RKO.
Yeah, she got RKO'd out to nowhere. She was like the main part in like 4 episodes, and one of them was a 2-parter. So
Sorry, John. Fluttershy has been replaced by Applejack.
So we get to see Chrysalis again. I'm like, it's good to see you again, too, cheesy legs.
go to the Changeling home place. They have been subtly teasing that for so long, ever since they introduced that stupid Cutie map.
Oh my gosh, go to the freaking Badlands. I want to see Chrysalis again in like a full episode.
Make it like a 17-parter.
Yeah, just have like half the season be a Chrysalis.
No,
epic.
I don't mean 17 episodes. I mean make it 17 episodes worth of 2-parters. That's right. Was that 34 episodes?
Wow. More of a season, all including Chrysalis.
Yeah.
So then
metal as fuck, dude.
they go to a third dimension, which is ruled by Nightmare Moon. And actually, I want to say that Lily Pete made a good point when I heard her video. She was basically saying something along the lines of, when Nightmare Moon was ruling in this universe, it was actually somewhat stable. You know, why the heck Celestia can't do shit anymore? Because she's been totally nerfed time and time again. I mean, let her do something, for God's
She's
sake.
afraid to say no.
She's a yes mare?
She's a yes, Mary.
By the way, can I just mention? I like how all three timelines literally establish that Celestia can't. She can't beat her own sister, which I think that's just an alternate retelling. But she can't beat Sombra's whole army with her army, and I don't even want to know what happened. I'm assuming Chrysalis ate her, so. You know, I'm just saying, Celestia. I will not vote for Celestia in the 2016 election.
I will say, though, with these elections, what's the main similarity between the Westminster Dog Show and the 2016 political race? They're both bitch fests.
Stupid. Oh, I thought you were gonna say they're both stupid.
No, they're both bitch fests.
Just remember, guys, don't be a chump.
Longer.
Remember, don't forget, guys, don't be a chump. Vote for Trump. So anyway, I'm kidding. A friend of mine came up with that, and it's just funny. So the Chrysalis timeline. I felt that. I really feel there probably only should have been 2 timelines. That way they could have spaced out the interactions with each one, because all 3 were cool. But I personally liked the Chrysalis one and the Somber one. No disrespect to Nightmare Moon, she's awesome. But we've had several opportunities to kind of go back and look at Luna and that era a bit, and give it like Princess's Dream of Electric Sheep, little things like that. So she and Sombra. Meanwhile, Sombra and Chrysalis, everyone has wanted them back for ever. So
more Chrysalis, I think.
The thing with Nightmare Moon's arc, though, is it's just really interesting because Nightmare Moon is really a brilliant tactician. Because think about it.
Which is why it was stable.
Because think about it. She basically took Spike and bound him in chains so that Twilight wouldn't try any funny business. That's a cold, heartless tactic right there. I'm sorry.
Stability.
But I honestly thought that Celestia would be banished to the sun, wouldn't she?
You would think. That would have made more sense, I think.
But oh well.
So Twilight eventually, I forget how she gets there, but at some point she actually goes to, she realizes that Starlight's plan is to screw up Rainbow Dash from making the Sonic Rainbow. So she goes to that point in time, and from this, and this is probably my favorite section of the episode, where it's just nothing but trial and error between Twilight and Starlight, where it's like each time they come this close, and I don't know how long they were at that, but going by what Starlight was saying, they had to have been doing that for a while, and the whole time I'm watching this, and I'm like, God dang, these writers love X-Men Future Past. I think Josh Haber even said, "Oh yeah, we totally got inspired by that movie for this episode."
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense, but I don't know, time travel stuff like that's interesting to me. So, what happens? I think at some point Twilight drags Sunset to a future where the main
you mean Starlight?
What'd I say?
You said Sunset.
Oh my God. They're so similar. I mean, I get it. Twilight Sparkle.
Starlight, first star I see tonight.
I wish I might get these names freaking right. I mean, I get it. Twilight Sparkle. Okay, so that's okay. Sunset Shimmer. Okay, I get Starlight Glimmer. What's next? What's next? No, what's next? Sunshine Horizon.
Dusk Shine? No, we're getting into really bad territory with that.
So stupid. Anyway, no, I mean, I get it. This has always been the show's effort. It's like the whole point between Sunset and Starlight is to be like, hey, this is what Twilight could have been. This is Earth 1 and Earth 3 Batman, and then they're like, look how cool Twilight is in the long run, even though we can't establish how we're supposed to write her character.
Mm-hmm.
I like how Tara Strong doesn't like the new Powerpuff Girls show because she wasn't asked back to voice Bubbles. She's like, it's like a stab in the heart. And I'm thinking to myself, no, Tara Strong, you know it was a stab in the heart? The new Shaolin Showdown series and Teen Titans Go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's your first lesson. Don't let Tara Strong be part of a reboot.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But,
but that's the topic. So
she drags Starlight Glimmer to a desolate future. And let me just say, did this not look like the desert of the real from the Matrix?
I was looking at that desert and I half expected Roadrunner to run by getting chased by coyotes.
Meep, meep. Yeah, just all of a sudden, meep, meep, pew.
Roadrunner versus Rainbow Dash. Everyone's all like, oh, who would win between Sonic and Rainbow Dash? I'm just like, dude, what about Roadrunner?
Yeah, right. I mean, Plymouth named a freaking car after it.
Yeah, well, Plymouth doesn't make the best decisions sometimes, do they?
So-
Meet, mother. So anyway, so Starlight's like, no, this can't be. How could I ever foreseen that by disrupting the events of history that six of the most, I seriously said five. I think I actually forgot Applejack for a sec. She's like, how could I have known that by not letting six of the most powerful ponies to get their power, the entire world would be mixed screwed up? And she's like, no, I have a good reason for my pain. And this episode had me. And at this point, it didn't so much lose me, but it's like, were you ever that kid in high school that got flicked by those rubber bands? It's like, it doesn't hurt, but it's unpleasant, and you're kind of like, eh. That's what this part kind of was, because she's like, why are you pointing at John? What? No.
Why?
You were probably the kid that got flipped by the rubber band.
So she's basically like, do you want to understand my pain? And I'm like, yes, Starlight Glimmer, please let me into your characters. And she says, so I had a friend who got his cutie mark and then left me.
I'm like, I feel for you, but your reasoning is fucking stupid.
Here's the thing. Let me pull a John. Hold on. Here's the thing.
Oh boy.
So, but no, like, though, like that is a good reason for her to be bad. And if they had introduced that in her debut episode, then I'd be like, aw. But in this case, it's like, for the amount of damage because we've seen the damage of what she does would entail, it's not like she's trying to mess it up and Twilight's like, this is what could happen. No, we see directly what could have happened if she screws around with history.
Mm-hmm.
So when they told her backstory, I remember thinking to myself, that's like, it's good, but it's underwhelming for this current plot. I feel like the amount of destruction she's trying to cause doesn't really, like, a backstory like that doesn't really counterbalance it enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. You know, it was just one of those things where it's like, I feel you, Starlight, but really, with all the crap you just pulled, unless you had, like, parents that were slaughtered in front of you, #Batman reference.
Oh boy.
If that was the case, I'd be more understanding.
And honestly, and that's why I went with the Red Hood thing, because it's like Jason Todd's reasoning for going bad was understandable. He was Batman's protege, gets kidnapped, tortured, and killed by the Joker, feels Batman abandoned him, goes on a quest for revenge. That's a little understandable. And he doesn't cause nearly as much destruction as Starlight does. But when Starlight, she like basically destroys the entire world. And she's just like, yeah, I had a friend who like abandoned me and I got ostracized for not having a special talent.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, that silent expression, that's what I was like. I was like,
yeah. What I think would have made it better, and I know I'm going off of Batman here, but let's say the killer of her parents maybe had a special talent for like arson or something like that. And if that was the case, then she'd have an actual legitimate reason for not wanting cutie marks. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, I get it. It's just, and it doesn't. And you know what? Starlight Glimmer's voice actress, she's an awesome voice actress. She has a pretty long profile, resume of credits, and the most mainstream one I could think of, or one of them, is she was Songo from Inuyasha. That's awesome.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, Inuyasha. So she's like, you know what? You're right. I've learned the errors of my ways. So you can arrest me now, Dark Knight. And she's like, okay. But then she's like, I'm gonna decide what to do with you. And so Starlight becomes, I guess, Twilight's apprentice, kind of. And they're like, we're gonna teach you the power of friendship. I seriously would have been okay with that if it wasn't for the song. I was just like, look, okay, there is no way that they can just gloss over the amount of bullshit that Starlight did and then just gloss over it with a song. Like, especially when she apologizes to the town that she held brainwashed captive for who knows how long. They're just like, "Daw, it's okay. Come here, buddy." It's like the show's done that before, but they did that in the span of like one episode. I mean, they did it with Discord, which you could argue is way more rushed than Starlight Glimmer. But Starlight Glimmer is was a way more bad person than Discord.
What I really think is they could have had it sort of like maybe have a season 6 episode where she goes back to the town and has to deal with, them not exactly welcoming her back, but no, they just had to rush it with the song. Sad. So sad.
Nah, it's like, yeah, so I mean, so that's why it's like, it was a good finale, and I mean, does the season 1 finale even count as a finale?
Yes. I see it as at least.
Well, no, because I mean, like, every season after that, each finale did something big and grand and stuff. And that one's there's just like, hey, let's go to a party. And then it's like, hey, we wrecked the party. And Celestia is like, dude, thanks for wrecking the party. High five.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah,
yeah,
she's just up there in like this green cocoon thing, waiting execution. I'm like, that's so metal.
So yeah, that was the Cutie remark. Thoughts, friends?
It was interesting. It was definitely one of those episodes that it felt like an okay end to season 5. Certainly not like the season 4 finale, because holy crap, Derek is still awesome. Which we saw him for like 5 seconds here.
Yeah.
But I will say overall, it's not that bad. I'd say out of 10, I'd probably give it about a 7.
Yeah, I would give it maybe 8.5. I mean, I feel like I should rate it more, but Nah, that's really all I got from it. Like, and of course, it looks awesome. This show only looks better and better. Like, the more money they get, but it was. But yeah, for a finale, it was okay. Like the setup and premise was awesome, but the way they concluded it, that's where I was just on.
On paper, it sounded really good, and execution, not so much.
Brian, Key, your thoughts?
That's exactly what I was thinking. The exact same thing he just pointed out. The idea sounded really good. They could have made, I think, into like a 3 or 4 parter.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, they only showed the 3 dimensions, that the 3 alternate realities that they went to.
Mm-hmm.
When clearly they probably went to, I think, like 40 or 50, probably. I wanted to see at least a few more. Maybe Tyrek like blowing up the world or some shit like that. But like I said, I kind of felt personally for Starlight because I mean, losing a friend and then not getting another one. You know what I'm saying? That has to hurt a lot, and then she feels like it's everybody's fault, which I didn't think is right. But at least she made amends. Maybe she'll pull a freaking Sunset Shimmer or whatever.
Yeah.
Twilight goes away. Now it's replaced.
What would you score it out of 10?
Honestly, I think in terms of series or season finales, this is probably the worst one out of all of them. I think.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a bad one, but I like the other ones a little bit more than this one did. One, so I probably give it about an 8,
okay,
7.5, 8 in that general area.
Okay. What about you, Applejack?
Oh, thanks. I personally felt for Starlight though, because again, she did lose a friend, and that's really hard for anybody. I mean, of course, it has nothing to do with the fact really about her hatred towards Cutie Marks, other than the fact that her friend got it. But I honestly liked the season finale, so I'd probably give it a 9.
Okay.
I liked it, and I did feel for Starlight, but and initially I think I did like it more, but the more I thought about it, I was kind of more like, still good though.
Yeah, not all that bad. It's not something like, it's definitely nothing like Three's a Crowd or Spike at Your Service or any of those horrendous episodes.
See, with me, what I think would have made this episode even better is in the beginning of the episode, she would have tortured him or tortured her friend, I think, a little bit because, like, oh, you left me. I'm going to do this now because of you. Fuck you, blah, blah, blah.
So maybe have have the pre-title sequence be about Starlight's backstory,
maybe
beforehand.
Yeah, something like that too.
Yeah.
Then her finding him and then making him suffer.
Interesting. So yeah, that's season 5 in a nutshell. That was definitely an interesting season. I'm definitely looking forward to season 6. Especially with Flurry Heart coming out and whatnot, which I don't.
Another PowerPoint. Stop it!
I was gonna say, what did you two think of Flurry Heart?
Oh God, so sick of these princesses already.
I'm just saying, Fairly Odd Parents. I told John this. Fairly Odd Parents introduced a baby like in their whatever season, so.
And then a dog like 6 episodes later.
And then that marries Sue the next season.
That's it.
Why? Well, God, just kill Fairly Odd Parents and bring back Danny Phantom already.
Yes, please.
They're bringing back Hey Arnold, and they're bringing back As Told by Ginger. You're really telling me they can't bring back Danny Phantom and Invader Goddamn Zim?
Yes, come on. Invader Zim was awesome.
I mean, I got that. I've got all this. I've got all the Zim comics. They're awesome, but I need to hear Richard Horvitz yelling at me.
Oh man. So yeah, next time we will have the season 5 retrospective, which I know you guys are definitely looking forward to, and because the season 4 retrospective was so awesome to do. So yeah, we'll have the scores and everything going for that as well. So that's it from me, John.
Bye.
Me, Brian. Peace out, Dragon.
I didn't say my name. And me, Snakeskin Prime Earth 12 Superboy.
No, you're Glimmer Knight. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I'm the Glimmer Knight. This is how it happened. This is how Starlight Glimmer died.
This is the way the world ends.
I'll be back.
Not with a bang, but with a squee.
Oh my gosh. I'm so done with all of you.
All right, see you guys later. Peace out, Dragon.